You manifest in the way that you believe, and spirituality sometimes gets in the way of that, because you start to think, oh my God, am I a bad person if I want money? There's so many spiritual people that are absolutely broke.
Yeah.
And it's because wealth is just energy.
Yes.
It's just an energy exchange.
Yes.
And there's no such thing as good and bad. Like, there's people's perception of good and bad, but everything is just energy. It's not whether you are a bad person, it's understanding exactly what you said. It's that attraction.
Yeah, you better. Cause you want this, I want this. Everybody in this, what should have it? Stop illusions, it's in your hands. Show yourself, reveal it to them. Yeah, you better. Take the time to recognize it. And believe me, even if you try it. You're the artist, and the lesson. Happily perform the new in your hands.
Hey everybody, welcome to another episode of Unlimited with Elisabeth Carson. Today, you guys, as you can see, I'm in a different place. I'm in a different country. I am in Bali, sitting here with Kirsty, an amazing woman that I just met for the first time in person. We've been talking a little bit online. Just, oh my gosh, the energy here. I mean, we are sitting at one of the most beautiful places that I've seen thus far, being in Bali, Elementus. And it's a freaking biohacking place, guys. Like, insane, in Bali, biohacking. Like, I'm literally in heaven. I'm sorry, I'm excited. I can't even.
Good.
So, Kirsty, thank you so much for being here with me. And I'm so happy that we can do this in person, because we were thinking like online, in person, and this is so much better.
Yes, Sunday morning in Bali, it can't get any better.
I know. I love it. I do. So, Kirsty, can you tell the audience just a little bit about you, where you come from, who you are, you know?
So my name's Kirsty. I grew up in the UK and found myself on a spiritual journey accidentally for the last 4 years. I had a very intense shift, I'll put it that way. And since then, my world has completely 180'd. I used to own a recruitment company. I used to hire IT people in the Americas. And since then, have just been following the next breadcrumb. And it has taken me around the world a couple of times. We were just talking about that.
Yes.
And now found myself in Bali putting on the #1 conscious event in the Asia Pacific, the I Am Creation Summit. So it's been a ride.
Oh my gosh. We're going to get to the I Am Creation Summit and all of that in a second. So you said that 4 years ago, something shifted. So what was that? What did that look like?
So I accidentally took too much psilocybin.
Accidentally? What happened, girl? Hold on.
So I was recruiting tech professionals. So I was in like the Silicon Valley world a lot, and I was really enamored by all of these incredible people coming up with these incredible ideas and apps and how they were building these multi-million-dollar companies. And I was like, okay, I want to do that, but from the recruitment standpoint. And I read this article about how people were microdosing and taking psilocybin, and I didn't even know what that was. I'd heard of magic mushrooms, but I'd never taken any psychedelics. And I said to my friend, okay, I wanna microdose basically. And I asked her to get me some psilocybin. And I just hired 2 new guys on the team at the time, and I wanted to write my business plan. Like I could see the bigger picture, but I couldn't translate it from my head. At the time, I had very scatty, like ADD mind, and I was like, okay, I'm writing the $1 million business plan. And so I asked her to get me some psilocybin, and she told me to take 2 drops. She didn't tell me what 2 drops was. So I took 2 pipettes.
Oh.
Yeah, exactly. And for anyone that hasn't done psychedelics, don't recommend doing that. And I just sold my house. And it was 21, so the world was still a bit weird. So I was building my company, but I was back at my mum and dad's. So I was in my childhood bedroom, taking a lot of psilocybin.
Wow.
And I had like Think and Grow Rich next to me, all of my notebooks, ready to write my business plan. And I sat there and I was like, I think I've taken a little bit too much. After that, my whole world shifted. So I went from literally believing in nothing to not even really believing in myself, to then believing in everything, to understanding what energy was, to understanding consciousness. I was pure consciousness. I understood how the world operated, how nature operated, how history has operated, from the Egyptians to the Atlanteans and it was a complete narrative shift.
Yeah.
So yeah, that was kind of my introduction.
So you went there, like you went all the way there. I mean, it blasted you open, basically.
Yeah, and I saw all of my old past lives, and and for me that sounded nuts. Like it sounded crazy at the time, and I knew that they were memories. Like it was 100% in my mind that they were memories. And I saw like all of these flickers and different experiences, and the whole room was shifting into different spaces, from Alaska to Egypt and now I find myself catching up with those experiences. Like I see places and I'm like, oh, I saw that. And it's really interesting.
God, I'm getting chills all over my body. Hold on, this is so interesting. So that's kind of what happened to me. Not exactly, but like it's like the most real experience that you've probably lived, more real than your life, right?
Yeah.
So that's how you know it to be what it is.
Yeah, and I was trying to explain because I didn't really tell anyone afterwards. I mean, this was a Tuesday evening as well. It was like a Tuesday evening at my parents' house. They're downstairs watching the 10 o'clock news, and I'm like having this full-on spiritual experience upstairs in my childhood bedroom. And I told a friend, and they were just like, they listened, but it was just like, I was like, okay, I have no idea how to communicate this to anyone because I know it sounds nuts. And I didn't really have any spiritual friends at the time. And I did have one friend who was open, so I had the ability to talk to them. But beyond that, I was very much in this space of aloneness. And then I started seeking more. Once it was open, I wanted to know everything.
Yeah. And it's like the neuroplasticity when you take psilocybin, it's almost like you can just absorb all this knowledge.
Yeah.
Did you go on like a knowledge journey? Because that's kind of what happened to me. Yes.
Yeah. So I went into a deep knowledge of like different things. So from different psychedelics, so bufo, ayahuasca, to spirituality as a whole, to religion, to then other topics, like relevant topics now, like crypto, real estate, money, politics. Like it was just I realized my mind was so closed before, and then it was like someone had lifted the lid, and I wanted to know everything and make it make sense.
Yes. So did you end up like quitting your job, or like what happened with your life?
At the beginning, no. So just went to work the next day like nothing had happened, and two new guys who'd literally started the day before. And James and Sam, if you're watching, thank you for that. But it took me a while. So I actually sought in the psychedelics to start with. So I was doing that I did that amount once a week for 12 weeks.
Wow.
Yeah, because I didn't know any better. I didn't know that the 2 drops meant like this drop on this glass, not like a whole
so funny.
pipette.
Okay.
So then I did that, and then after that it was okay, like stop seeking, because it was just I wanted more information. And then I went into this almost psychosis, depression, because I didn't know who I was anymore. I didn't know what was real. I didn't know my belief system. It completely altered my whole way of thinking. And I would say it was borderline psychosis to what people would call psychosis, but I knew it was more. I knew it was like the old belief system just still trying to hold on.
Yes, it's ego death, probably.
Exactly.
Yes.
And I read a thing, and it was on Instagram, but it was Jim Carrey, and Jim Carrey says, depression is your avatar sick of playing a character it no longer wants to be. And that resonated so deeply that kind of then allowed me, okay, what do I want? Who am I?
Yeah.
And I still held my business for a while. And then I realized that I was living in the UK, as I said, back at my mum and dad's. I was like, I don't want to be here anymore. So, I just picked a flight and randomly ended up in Panama. It was the first flight I saw. I had no idea where it even was. I just knew it was the other side of the world.
Oh my gosh, so you just went?
Yeah, I just went. I just packed, went, and then about a year later, I winded down my company as and when, because I was in this knowledge seeking, and I was very blessed that we were doing well. So I had time and money to kind of figure it out. And yeah, I just went seeking knowledge in every capacity, from psychology, as I said, to crypto. And then, yeah, gradually wound down the company because I realized how badly I'd built it. Like, I'd built it with this lack mindset. I'd built it with this scarcity, and just, I did it because someone told me to.
Yeah.
Like, I never wanted to build
Playing
a recruitment company.
Right.
Yeah, it's just, I was good at it. And then I started to realize I was good at business. But then I also realized I was also very bad at business because my mind wasn't in the right place.
God, that's incredible, man. So I'm sorry, I'm like tripped out right now. So you were doing like journeys every week for 12 weeks straight.
Yeah, about that. Yeah, I think I did about 10.
So were you getting like downloads every single time? Like,
yeah, it was like full on intense. It was a lot. It was like 7-8 hours. Then I just get up and go to work the next day. It was a very like two ends of the spectrum. I had complete two different personalities at that time.
That's so crazy. I mean, I love this. So you ended up in Panama. And then what happened in Panama? Did you end up living there for a couple of years or?
Yeah, so I was there for 3.5 years, and Panama for me, like, it's an incredible place. It's such a beautiful place.
Yeah.
It's like Bali in terms of the greenery and the nature, and it's a super, super beautiful place. And I just wanted to work out what was next. And that was why I started trying everything. I didn't really understand money, so I went into wealth management. I didn't understand crypto, so I learned about crypto. I didn't understand about real estate, all of these very 3D things. And I was also looking at spirituality and, but also having a bit of a resistance to it. It was the
Why do you think that was?
Good question. I think I didn't want to accept that I was spiritual. I didn't want to be a spiritual hippie or like go and live on the beach with coconuts and sell coconuts or whatever. I like the business world. I like being an entrepreneur, and I didn't understand how the two could coincide at the time.
Yeah. You know what's really incredible about that specifically? It's like, I'm the same. I love business. I love nice clothes and jewelry and nice things. You know, I don't want to be on the beach with coconuts. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So, but I think that spirituality is so beautiful because it allows you just to be who you are naturally.
Yeah, 100%. And when I started to understand that, it was like, okay, it actually amplifies.
Yes.
And for me, true spirituality is where you have the capacity to create whatever it is that you want from your truth.
Yes.
And wealth is a certain level of spirituality, regardless of whether you're an entrepreneur and it doesn't seem like you have any spirituality in you whatsoever. You understand the laws. You understand how attraction works. It doesn't mean that you have to believe in the universe or God. It's about understanding in yourself, that belief in yourself. Yes. So I actually think successful entrepreneurs are very spiritual, whether they realize it or not.
Yeah.
And yes, I know people won't necessarily agree with me because they're like, oh, but they're not doing good in the world. But it's not about that. It's about where they're at. Yeah.
Yeah, the laws of the universe.
Yeah, how to understand, how to create and amplify that.
Right.
And then for me, there's always a giving back element to that. And that's why I think a lot of entrepreneurs make a lot of money and then either lose it and then re-evaluate where they're at, or then want to go and do something good. I think you have to have the balance. I think you have to understand that how do I phrase this? It's where the whole circle becomes complete. Because otherwise you won't feel complete within yourself. If you're always seeking for the more money, then if you're not helping others, it's always that outside external validation that you're looking for.
Right, exactly. So what do you think about people that seem to be, it's like understanding the laws of the universe, you can create whatever it is that you want to create. And even, there are billionaires that are bad people, but because they understand the laws of the universe, because you attract what you are, right? What you believe in, basically, to your core. So if you believe you deserve billions of dollars to your core, you're probably going to manifest billions of dollars, no matter if you're a good person or bad person. So that was hard for me to understand in spirituality. Like, how are quote unquote bad people still quote unquote winning, in the universe?
Yeah, and that's it. They just understand one set of laws.
Yes.
And there's multiple to kind of delve into. But if you manifest in the way that you believe, and spirituality sometimes gets in the way of that, because you start to think, oh my God, am I a bad person if I want money? There's so many spiritual people that are absolutely broke.
Yeah.
And it's because wealth is just energy. It's just an energy exchange.
Yes.
And there's no such thing as good and bad. Like, there's people's perception of good and bad, but everything is just energy. It's not whether you are a bad person. It's understanding exactly what you said. It's that attraction. And this is the thing why some people find manifesting so easy, because they just get, okay, it's just this, and this. Whereas other people, their brain comes in and they start to tell the story, and then they're like, oh, if I get $1 million, or then it's like, oh, my lack of self-worth is why I'm not getting $1 million.
Yes.
Well, yes, but again, like, you're putting the story onto that.
Yes.
And this is where, for me, spirituality and spiritual people also should be looking into how to become wealthier, because it's a very specific frequency, and then you can go and serve more. If you have only $100 in the bank, you can't necessarily amplify your reach. And whilst with the internet that's not necessarily true, but it's much better to have $1 million in the bank and be able to tip your server, be able to tip your driver, to be able to go and serve from a place of true abundance where you don't feel lack, where you are just in pure service. And the more that you're in pure service, the more that will be amplified back to you.
Yes. That's why I talk about shadow work so much, because you can't really, I mean, some people can, but it's so hard to manifest wealth when you feel like you don't deserve it. And so you have to heal. Like, you have to heal the chains of your trauma, whatever is going on in your past that brings you to the present moment with judgment about yourself, like you're in lack, then that's what you're creating in your reality. So I really believe, like, core of just manifesting your true divine, life, you have to heal,
I'd like to challenge you a little bit on that. I don't think anyone has to heal. I think everyone is perfect in where they're at in their journey. But that realization of where it's coming up is key. And that's where I think some people get stuck. They're like, oh my God, I have to heal. I have to go and see this healer. I have to do this. I have to do all this shadow work. What if you didn't? What if you could accept all of you right in this moment, exactly how you are, thinking that you don't need to be healed. You are already perfect. If you can alchemize that, the shadow work becomes the alchemization. So you don't have to go down this deep dive of what happened to me when I was 5, or what happened to the boyfriend I had when I was 15 and he called me ugly, or whatever it was. Like, yes, whilst that is relevant to a certain extent, and when it comes up, checking in with yourself and seeing what it is, and exactly what you're saying, being aware in the present moment. Okay, where am I feeling this? How is this for me? Why is this present right now? But if you always seeking that you need to heal, you'll never believe that you are fully
like
you're
present in the moment, and whole. Yes. That's deep. No one's ever challenged me on this before. That's deep. I love this. Thank you. I need to go think about this and go down the rabbit hole about this, but I do agree in some ways. I do. You know what? I just think that it's so hard for people to alchemize that in the present moment, because they're always, it's subconscious. Like, our subconscious runs us. So if so much stuff has happened to you, you can't, like, how? Like, I tried, Kirsty, I tried. I swear, I'm like, I'm better. No, it never worked. It never worked. I had to go down the rabbit holes of biohacking and healing and all these different things, and continue to do so, because for me, my life has just been insane. So it's like, it's very hard for me to come to the present and be like, I'm present.
Yes.
you know?
No, and I completely agree with that. And that's the thing. And it's the polarity and it's the double-edged sword. Like the line is literally that thin. Because if you can believe that you can heal in joy, like Joe Dispenza says it all the time. Why do you want to heal in suffering and pain? Why don't you just heal in joy?
Yes.
And
I love that.
a lot of people think that they have to go back to the place or they have to experience the pain. And whilst there is a slight narrative of that, of not bypassing, it's about understanding that you can do it from joy. And if that belief is so true, it's again with the same with the deserving. Like if your belief is, okay, I'm good. Like if you can really alchemize that.
Yes.
And some people can do it instantaneously. Most can't because of the set of programs that they have.
Yes.
It takes the work to then start to uncode them. And this is why people try different modalities. But if you accept that the universe is always talking to you, everything is for you. Like the way that this is set up right now, like how we've even met, like we were talking about this before, like this is my podcast. Like this is for me, this is for me, this is happening for me.
Yes.
So that once you start to view the world like that, everything becomes beautiful.
Yes.
Every experience, whether it's a challenge, whether you feel like you need to heal, you know you're perfect in that moment. You can surrender in that moment. You can come back to the present moment in the quickness. Like maybe it took you 3 months before and now it takes you 20 minutes.
Yes.
It's one of those where it's such a polarity that if you haven't done the work, you'll never get to that point. But if you believe that that point exists, then
boom,
at some point,
consciousness. It's all about consciousness. So you can put yourself in that position in the present. Yeah, I do agree. I agree with what you're saying. I definitely agree with what you're saying. It was just, it's hard for some people because their subconscious runs them to be that, you know, like.
And because they think it's hard.
Yes. Well, yes, I know that too. Okay, Kirsty, you teaching me, girl. Hold on. Okay. No, this is deep. Because no, I love that you said though, that you can heal in joy, because I don't like to promote people to just go re-traumatize themselves, you know, over and over. That's why I love therapy. It works for some people, but to go to therapy and re-traumatize yourself by talking about the problems, it's like, you know, you got to go a little deeper. You don't have to do that, you know, through healing. Yeah. It doesn't have to be horrible and you don't have to be feeling like.
No, it could literally be going a dance.
Yeah.
Like, go and dance for 5 minutes. Dance whilst you make a cup of tea. Like, allow yourself to just feel. That's the key. Allow yourself to feel the joy. Because the reason that people believe that they can't heal in the joy is because they don't know what the joy is. Because they're so used to feeling the pain. They're so used to feeling the chaos or the numbness. And someone said to me once, actually, the reason you feel numb is because you feel everything. And you can't distinguish the emotion separately.
Right. So it's all
at once.
Deep.
Yeah. Right. And once I understood that, I was like, that makes so much more sense. Because I used to be like, I'm numb, I'm an ice queen. But actually, I was feeling everything, and I just couldn't distinguish.
It's the separate things that were coming in. Wow, I've never heard that. That's amazing. It's so true.
Yeah.
I'm learning so much. I love it. Oh, my gosh. Wow. I was going to say something, but that got me, and I completely lost it.
Sorry.
Like, oh, my gosh, that's deep, because that's so true. But no, I was going to say, yes, healing and joy is how I've healed through this last thing that I went through. You know, my divorce. I literally would just go outside, dance. I would just dance and connect with trees and start talking to trees like, I love you. I love you, tree.
I love you, tree. I love you, tree.
Just gratitude and joy is what has gotten me through this.
100%. And it's we forget about it. We forget that we're here to live. We're here to experience. We're here to feel. We're here to feel sadness. We're here to feel the pain.
Yes.
How can you find the joy in the pain?
Exactly.
When you give birth, I'm not a mother, you are. But when you give birth, like that, you find the joy in the pain.
Oh, yeah.
You forget that. And life is experience. It's understanding how to love it all.
Absolutely. Absolutely. The good, the bad, the ugly. I mean, I think that the lowest you can go, the highest you can go. You know, you can't experience that high if you don't go low, because there's no contrast. I mean, you have to just be able to feel and accept all of it.
Yeah, exactly. You would never appreciate the day if it was night all the time.
Yes,
or the same with the rain and the sun, like
Yeah.
a beautiful sunset. We had some really bad floods last week in Bali, and the craziest, I think, for 40 years. And then the most beautiful, magnificent sunset the day after. Like the sky was on fire, and the polarity of the two.
Yeah. It helps you to appreciate so much more.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's part of the human experience, is to how do you experience it?
Yeah.
How do you know what true joy is if you've never felt true pain?
Yes.
It's and this is where people who pray and want to manifest and get kind of lost in those concepts is, how do you teach someone patience? You give them a lot of things where they need to test their patience.
Yes.
There's going to be people cutting you up left, right, and center, and you're going to want to flip them off and swear at them as they're cutting you up on the highway. But the idea of being taught patience is you have to experience things.
Absolutely. That's the test.
Yeah.
Yes. Ooh, deep. Okay, so let's go to Bali, your experience. I want to talk about your whole year of, or 10 months, right, of traveling around the world. How many times? Like, geez.
So I worked it out where, like, last year I literally did the world, like, full 360 in 79 days. Because, you know, like, traveling around the world in 80 days. I was like, I did it in 79. Honestly, I have no idea. So I was living in Panama for 3.5 years, and then last July I decided to leave, and I went back to the UK after going to a wedding in Colombia and then Miami, and I was like, okay, I'm just going to do the surrender experiment. And I'd read Michael Zinger's surrender experiment like the year before, I think, or maybe 2 years, and I was like, if truly I believe in spirituality, then I have to trust whatever is next. And I'm very blessed. Like, I have the ability to do that. I don't have children, or I didn't really have a work commitment. So I had the beauty of getting to do that. So I went back to my parents. I like being in the UK in August. It's such a beautiful place. And then it's like, okay, what's next? And nothing was coming. And then I was getting impatient. And it's like, come on, universe. And it's like, no, going back to the patience. And then it was like very clear, you need to go to Panama. And I was like, what? I left 5 weeks ago. I left my house. I left all my clothes. I left my boyfriend. I left my apartment. I left my friends. I left my job. So I was just working, helping a friend out. I was like, it's been 5 weeks. It cannot be Panama. It's like, no, you need to go back to Panama. And then after that, it's just been this beautiful journey that I'm just reading the world. Yeah. So I knew I had to be in Bali in November, and I had this in my head since January last year in 2024. And I had no idea why or the reason behind it. And all of these things just weren't aligning. And then it aligned so beautifully. Yeah. I won a retreat to come here after literally like losing my mind, like, okay, I'm done. I'm not going to Bali. Where am I going? Like, very angry with the universe. And I woke up in the morning and to a text from Alona, who is the lady I'm doing the summit with. Yes. And she said, the last place for the retreat is going to be a competition. We're going to gift it to someone. So you just need to apply here. And as soon as I see that message, I knew I'd won. Yeah. And I went and did my morning meeting in Panama because I was working on a project called The Conscious Island. And then after that, I went and packed my case. And this is something that now, knowing Alona, she always takes an immediate action after putting out an intention. And that fear is the key. And this is where the floating around and following then started to kind of collapse the timelines. And from there, it's just been a magical journey. It's been, it took me all around the world. Yes. It's been a beautiful, beautiful experience. And it's taken me to Bali 7 times in the last 10 months. Yeah. And keep pretending I don't live here and
I
keep
thought
going
you
back.
lived here. I thought you lived here always. I'm like, I know she lives there. So what has Bali done for you?
When I first arrived, before I even arrived in Bali, it was, so it's the weekend of the elections in the States. And I was flying through and this guy sat next to me, and no one ever sits next to me on planes. Like, I've beautifully manifested in the last 5 years not to sit next to anyone. It's great. This guy sat next to me, Joe, and he was in full stripes, full stars and stripes. And I had my judgment about that because it was election day. And yeah, I was just like, oh, don't sit next to me. And then he came and sat next to me, and I was like, oh. And then he fell asleep. And in that whole process, I was just crying. Like, the whole way to Bali, the 40 hours from Panama, I was just crying. I was like, oh, wow, I don't know what's in Bali, but whatever this purge is a lot. And then I realized as well, like, that judgment that I'd had, it was really coming heavy on myself. Like, I noticed. And then I ended up talking to Joe, and he was an incredible guy, incredible. I loved him so much. He lives in the Philippines. And he taught me a lot. And in that moment, just of how much we judge everyone else, it is always a judgment of ourselves. It's never about the other person. It's never about the other person. And Bali has this power that it just amplifies anything that you're believing in that moment, but it also helps you see. It's the mirror very quickly. And for me, actually, I don't understand how people live here, because the energy is so intense all of the time. And it brings up all of these things, but it's the purification center of the world, especially where we are right now in Ubud. It is literally the purification of the whole world. So anything in you that needs to move for you to go and do whatever you're supposed to be doing will come to the surface. So Bali has given me a lot of headaches. But in the most beautiful way. And it has just fully nurtured me in a way I did not expect. And it's called the land of the gods, and the energy here is so beautiful. The way the Balinese operate on a day-to-day basis, with the gratitude, with the offerings, understanding what day to work, what not day to work, like what's an auspicious day, working with the energy, working with the ancestors, being grateful for the land, being grateful for the spirits here. Also, and no matter who the spirits are, so you have Niepi, which is also honoring what people would call bad spirits. So they build these huge, incredible ogus who are like known as what we in the Western world would see as like demons or devils, or the bad kind of spirits. And the idea is to honor them just as much as honoring what maybe you would see as good. And it's about embodying the whole process as a whole and what that looks like. No, the good, the bad, it's about loving it all, being grateful for it all. This is my experience. And I've really started to embody this whilst being in Bali, whilst learning from the Balinese, whilst going to ceremonies with the priests, and also seeing the bigger picture. Like, we've been very blessed that we've had priests that have never worked with Westerners that are working with us, inviting us to the temples where you're not allowed to go because they're like, I don't know why. I have no idea why, but I was told, and you guys need to do this. So it's been a beautiful journey. Wow, that's so crazy. 7 times in the past year. Do you think that you're going to end up here? Do you think you're going to maybe move here? So I just took an apartment, and I was like, okay, I'm going to take it for a month. I've already taken it for 3, and I'm already about to take it for a year. And then I'm like, no, I don't live in Bali. I love Bali, but I also see the world needs Bali. And I think it's about coming to experience here, learning the Indonesian culture, learning the Eastern way of life, and bringing it back into the Western world. I think that the Western world, we've got too caught up in the rat race. We're so deep in what people would call the matrix. We're deep into the doing. Instead of being. Doing instead of being.
People lose themselves. I mean, it's literally just you're reacting at all moments. You're never just there.
Yeah. And I felt that this week, like with the summit, we felt like it's such a big mission. We just need to do. And we forgot one of the core team members' birthdays.
Oh.
Literally, like, and I felt terrible. And it was such a slap in the face to what's actually important. Like, what is the point of co-creation if you're not honoring the people that you're doing it with, if you're not experiencing the joy with it, if you're not being together, sharing that love, having those conversations, what's the point? So it was a beautiful realization for us all. So we celebrated so much the day after, but it's how many times do we do that? How many times do people go to work without saying I love you to their kids? How many times do you not pick up the phone to your friend? And I'm in that reality at the moment. Like, I literally have like nearly 300 unread WhatsApps because it's just been crazy. But at the same time, if someone I really want to honor them, I want to honor their time. And people are the whole point of it. Otherwise we'd be on this world by ourselves.
Yes.
So it's about not experiencing the doing. Like, you can do everything. It will still never be done.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Trust me.
Like,
I know.
Yeah. And then you start to understand past lives, and you definitely know it still can't be done.
Yes.
And then it's
Right.
So what's the point? You need to be in the present moment. You need to enjoy your time. You need to live in that joy. You need to be in that gratitude. And when you do find yourself being in the doing, just come back to yourself. Come back to the present moment. Breathe. Drink good water, drink a nice cup of tea, smell a flower, just anything so small that can bring you back to yourself, to your moment, so then you can be present with whoever you're with.
Yes, that's so important. And you're so right. Western culture has made so many people forget this. I always say, and it's just something so simple, just sit down and eat a meal without your phone and taste the food. Like, instead of standing up, working on your phone, trying to get it done.
Shoveling it just because, you feel like you have to.
I mean, your gut is shut down when you're shoveling it in, when you're not even paying attention. You're not even digesting and absorbing the nutrition that your food is giving you. So it's so important for people just to take time. But everything is just so sped up there.
Yeah.
The minute I landed here, I mean, it filled me with energy, but it's slow. You know what I'm saying? It's not like that anxiety feeling that you get, you know, in the States. I'm sorry. It's like, do. I mean, I get lost in it.
The States is crazy as well. Like, you guys have like, what, 10 holidays a year. Like, when I was working with corporate America, I was shocked. Paternity leave, working holidays. There's just such a...
It's work.
It's become more like that in the UK, but we will switch off. Like, if you ask us to do something 5:05 on a Friday, it's a no. Like,
really,
people will be in the pub, which is a different story. But again, it's a no.
Yeah.
Whereas in the States, it's such a culture.
Yeah. I mean, it's just work.
Yeah.
It's literally just react and work and do and never be present. But I really do believe that's because of the systems that are kind of trying to manipulate the situation so people will not be present. Because if you can be present, you realize, whoa, I have this divine power. I can actually create what I would like to create instead of clocking in 9 to, these jobs and just, I call it kind of zombie life.
Yeah.
It's just they're shut off because it's all just reaction to stimulus. It's no inner realization that we are freaking connected to source and we have all this beautiful power inside of us to create the life that we deserve to create, right? With connection.
Exactly.
And it's like everybody just is so separate and so individual there. And it's like community is everything.
Yeah. And this is I think people are seeking this. People are craving this, and they're going back to seek this connection.
Yeah.
Because especially after 2020, it was such a time where obviously everyone was alone. Mm-hmm. And in that moment, people realized how important connection is, how much important community is. Yes. Like 100 years ago, you would be with your community.
Yes.
If you had a baby, there was a whole
community to help you with the baby. Yes.
And now there's you and your partner alone. Mm-hmm. with this baby. And no wonder so many people find it challenging.
Oh yeah.
Because it's just you two. And
and sometimes it's just you.
And the male, and you're trying to work it out two opposite ends of the spectrum. And then if you're a single parent, it's literally just you.
Yeah.
And I'm in awe of how people do that, because I don't believe I could. I mean, you do it out of survival, but why should you?
Yeah, exactly.
Like, it shouldn't be like that.
Yeah.
It should be people honoring people. The world at the moment needs more connection. The world needs to connect back to themselves. It needs to come back to its heart. I mean, you can just look anywhere in the world at the moment and people are a mess.
Yeah.
And it's about understanding it's within, and yes, okay, there's constructs, and there's constructs of how maybe systems are in place, but again, there's also a belief.
Yeah.
If people believe that they have no choice, then they will fall into that belief. But it always comes back to you. As soon as you can unlock that, and as soon as you can understand, actually, the 1% isn't out to get you. That's you putting yourself externally into that again. It's you putting yourself externally into, oh, but it's rigged that way. Oh, but it's the matrix. Oh, but these people are going to do this to...
Victim mentality.
Yeah. It's the victim mentality.
It is.
And victim consciousness is...
an epidemic.
Yes.
Okay? It is. I think 95% of the people on the planet are stuck in that kind of consciousness, because that's kind of what we're taught, you know?
Yeah.
So we don't learn how to become the creator of our reality, because you can't become the creator of your reality when you're blaming your life on others, because life is happening to you, not through you, you know?
Yes, exactly. And so I heard this, and it's, why do the rich get richer? And everyone blames the rich for getting richer and not helping the poor. But it's because, and I'll probably get a lot of stick for this, but the poor focus on the rich getting richer rather than how to
I love that. Yes. Okay.
better off their own situation.
Exactly.
And now I know a lot of people will come up to me with this and be like, well, you don't know what it's like. You don't know what it's like. I do know what it's like. I've been there. I've literally had $0 in the bank account. I have slept on my friend's sofas. I've never slept outside. I'm very blessed for that. But I have been homeless in the regard of not having my own home, not being able to pay the bills, not being able to eat.
Yes.
And it's because that was my belief system.
Yep.
It was, well, this person's doing this and this person's doing this, and but what about me? Yes, what about you? How do people change their own realities? They change it.
Yes.
That's the only way you can.
Exactly. And your belief about your life and who you are, I mean, there's millions of bits of information that come into our brain at one time, and our consciousness only can handle 50 bits of information at a time. Like, we literally have a bundle of nerves at the bottom of our brainstem called the Reticular Activating System that filters out your belief system of your perception of reality. So if you feel like the world is against me and I'll never be able to get this, then your brain is going to filter out pieces of information to retrain that belief system within you.
So that's really interesting. With the summit, I've given a couple of free tickets away, and they've just not been received. And it's really interesting to witness people. And I'm literally telling someone that they have a free ticket, and they're like, but. And I'm like, it's so interesting that their reality can't even see. They can't even see in front of them what is potentially there. And then I started to look back at my life, and I was like, oh my God, like the amount of opportunities, the amount of love, like I always thought I was like unlovable, I wasn't attractive, or these things. And actually, if I look back at it, there's been so many times where I've just blocked it, like completely just blocked it.
Oh, yeah.
And I just wasn't in a place of receiving.
Yes.
Same with opportunities. I have had so many opportunities come to me that were incredible opportunities, and I just wasn't in a place to see it.
Yeah.
I remember like maybe 20 years ago, this guy asking me to be his business partner, and I was just like, why would I want to get paid to do it when I'm doing it for free? And now I look back at that and I was like, he's like, Kirsty, like, are you listening to yourself? And I remember him saying those words to me and I was like, I don't know what you mean. It doesn't make any sense to me. But what he was actually proposing could have easily been a multi-million-dollar idea. But I just wasn't in the place to kind of receive it at all.
Yeah.
And it's so interesting.
It's because your perception filters your reality. So that's why I'm always telling people, change your perception. We have power, you know. You can change and stop being the victim of your reality because you're the creator of your reality.
Yeah.
Everything happens for you, not to you, you know.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's why I'm so excited about this summit because I really feel like this is going to be incredibly life-changing. I mean, what you and Alina took on is just incredible. How you guys have pulled this together in 3 months?
4 now. 4.
Oh my
We've
gosh.
had an extra month. I mean, 3 really since we've launched.
Girl, look, okay, I've thrown some big events, but we plan for, I'm saying like 8 months, you know what I'm saying? Like we plan for some time.
Yeah,
So
I have a
how's
new
that
respect
been?
for event organizers,
Oh, look,
definitely.
it's a lot because you have to, you don't know the details. You know what I'm saying? When you
Right.
go to an event, you have to know about the chair, you know, like the details, the small little baby details of the
The water on the table, the drink, everything.
Everything.
And this event has never been done in Bali.
Yes.
There is not an event that's happened like this in Bali. A lot of Westerners come to Bali and I don't want to say take advantage, but I can't think of a better phrase. And they try and go around the system. They try and have protection, or they try and do things that aren't necessarily the right way of doing them. And this is what causes disconnect.
Yes.
If you follow the process properly, it's available to you. And if you believe that you can work with instead of going against, it's available to you. So yes, but it's also been a challenge, learning about the visa process and all of the legalities and the hierarchy of the structure of Bali, not just from the kind of government side, but also from the energy and the way that you specifically have to do ceremonies in regards to the event that you're doing, which temples that you need to go to, because you're working on multiple levels.
Yeah.
So it's been a journey. No one told me that you have to transform putting on transformational events. That one was left out of the check boxes. But the beauty is that it's been so synchronized, and Bali has given us so much. And the idea is to give back to Bali. Like, we're working with multiple foundations.
Yeah.
We want people in the room that maybe don't have what we have available in terms of the personal development world to then be able to experience.
Yes.
We have a guy flying from Uganda to Bali because he was on the online summit and he implemented what he learned in February. And then we had another online summit in June, and he's made his school more profitable in Uganda, in a village in Uganda. And he's able to take on another school. And he wanted to come to Bali. He's like, I need to be in a room. I need to understand these teachers.
Yeah.
I need to learn and grow from them, because I know backing my community in a small little village in Uganda will benefit. And that is where the bigger mission is. And Alina's lived in Bali for 5 years. It's her home. It's given her a lot. So that's why Bali. We were thinking about Dubai. We were thinking about other places, but these kind of events already exist.
Yeah.
Why recreate? And the energy of Bali amplifies what we're doing. It ripples beyond, and just bringing in the Balinese ceremonies, bringing in the gratitude, bringing in the mancures. Like, it's very important to create it in a specific way.
Yeah.
Because it's not about us. It's
Right.
about the impact. It's about the impact beyond the room.
Yes, it's exponential what you guys are doing, because all of these different people from all of these different countries. Look at, you just affected a guy. I mean, and then he's going to go affect other people. I mean, it's just growing like that. I can literally, it's like spots on the planet. I can see it in my mind's eye, like.
Yeah, and I mean, last time I looked, which was well over a month ago. We had, I think, 47 countries joining us from around the world.
Wow.
So yeah,
That's incredible.
It's how do we create a impact? And also how do we get people to feel?
Yeah.
How do we drop people into their hearts so that they believe in themselves, believe in what they're doing, regardless of what it is? It doesn't matter whether you work in a shop or whether you're stood on stage. How do you show up?
Yes.
How are you being your authentic expression?
Yes. You're speaking my language, girl. I love this. Oh my God. I honor you and Alina so much for all the work you guys have been putting in for this. And, you know, it's meant to happen. It really is meant to happen because of the synchronicities. I mean, everything just just for me personally, how it all happened was insane. Okay. It was like insanity. Like, I can't make this up.
Yeah.
Because, you know, you said Bali calls you specifically sometimes. And it has been calling me. And I'm like, I need to get here. I need to get here. And then I went through my whole, you know, divorce, and I was like, oh, just like, I don't know, a little bit broken. But I needed to do that. It's like how it happened needed to happen so I could be here today.
Yeah. And it's beautiful. And like the way we connected was so beautiful as well, because I have mutual friends and I've seen Elisabeth online, and I really resonate with your message in the way that you communicate and the way that you're open.
Yeah.
If someone says something that maybe isn't on your radar, you sit with it and you actually say, okay, is this true to me?
Yes.
And for me, that's important. It's how people come together and how people open their own minds. And yeah, we had mutual friends, and I wanted to reach out to you, and something was holding me back. And then I was just alone. I was making a cup of tea, and it's just like, she's on the phone to you, and I'm like, is that who I think it is? And then I'm like, how have you guys connected?
It's so random.
Like, and I said to her, this is the girl I was telling you about. This is the lady that I was telling you about. And she's like, oh, is it? And she didn't even know. She didn't even put two and two together. So just the beauty of that and how we got connected and how that came kind of like full circle is magical.
No, it's literally magical. It's probably one of the, look, I'm not gonna lie. I got off that call, I started bawling. I was like, oh my God, this is like, how is this? Because everything just came in alignment. I'm like, I love you guys. I don't even know them,
I know.
but
I was so
excited. I called Rusty. I had Rusty and Therese bawling, crying because I was crying. I'm like, my life is just so going. Like, I'm telling you, that was one of the most magical moments of my life. After going through so much stress, just to sit there, talk to you guys, like minds, feel your guys' energy, and then be invited to come to Bali. I was
welcome.
Like, yo, and now I'm here, guys. Now I'm here.
they've got the beautiful view of this beautiful apartment in Elementis, but behind we got the beautiful trees and
it's beautiful.
The butterflies flying around, and the birds, and the crickets have been quiet for us, and the cicadas, which is good.
It's amazing here. It's amazing here. I'll definitely be throwing retreats here. I mean, this place is so zen. I mean, I don't even understand the whole, okay, so there's a sheet of structured ice behind the wall that cools the place with solar panels, that's powered by solar panels on the roof. It's deep.
And also, so there's this screen over here as well is a biometric screen. So it's run with AI. So you get your biometrics when you arrive, and then it will tell you how your journey is going throughout your retreat. It's an incredible place.
Wild. Okay, Kirsty, do you have any nuggets that you want to give my audience as far as advice?
I have loads, but none of them are mine. So one of the best ones that I've ever heard, it's in a Bob Marley song, but it's originally by Marcus Garvey, who was a black rights activist in the 1920s. And it's emancipate yourself from mental slavery. None but ourselves can free our own minds. And it has been so deep for me in everything that I do. And just remembering that, like, it is my responsibility to be happy. It's my responsibility to enjoy myself. And I think it's just such a beautiful quote that Bob Marley took and put into his song. And I think that when we truly can understand that, the world becomes so beautiful.
I love this. I love you.
I love you.
That was beautiful. I learned so much. I cannot wait to go down rabbit holes because you made me start that. I have to I have to start thinking about, you know, the healing thing. I mean, I do believe people need to heal, but do they?
Yeah, but
Like,
do
yo,
they?
I'm going down the rabbit hole.
I'm already whole. Yeah, I accept I'm whole now.
Yes.
The best phrase I ever learned.
Wow.
From Dorota, which you'll get to meet this afternoon, actually.
Yes.
But yeah, I accept I am whole now. Changed my life. It truly changed my life.
That is so deep. Down the rabbit hole I go, Kirsty. Thank you. You guys, that was another episode of Unlimited with Elisabeth Carson and Kirsty. I'm just in Bali at Elementus. I mean, we live in the life, okay? Until next time. Peace.
Thank you.
This is for informational and entertainment purposes only. The views expressed are those of the hosts and guests and don't necessarily reflect those of the producers or affiliates. We do not guarantee the accuracy of the content. Please verify information and seek professional advice when needed. By listening, you agree not to hold us liable for any actions taken based on this content. Thank you for joining us on this journey. We hope you enjoy the episodes ahead. Love unlimited, feel unlimited.
Before we wrap, if you're done living in loop mode, the addictions, the emotional swings, the stuck seasons, start with a tool that actually shifts your state. Go to unlimitedmeditationpack.com and download the free pack I created. It's 5 targeted meditations with theta entrainment frequencies that drop you into the zone where real subconscious reprogramming happens. These sessions calm your system, clear the old patterns, and open you up to better health, better connections, more clarity, and a life that finally moves. Start there. unlimitedmeditationpack.com.